Anybody there? If you people can listen to me, please comment. I don't know whether you are getting comment box or not. If you are getting comment box, please comment so that I. Do we have anything kind of chat box here? Are you getting any chat box? Okay, got it. So I'm getting chat box in YouTube. Okay, so fine, no issues. So just let me know what you are able to see. What screen you are able to see in comment. Please type what screen you are seeing now. Either you are seeing a open board, like a whiteboard and whatever is written, or you are seeing my computer screen. Just let me know. Just comment. Gayatri, can you comment? What are you seeing actually on my screen? Hello, Danny. Yeah. Okay, so I don't want to continue like this. So at least I can, if I get something from your side, that will be fine. There are nearly 7 people watching us, so only 2 comments are there. What about 5 people or 6 people watching now? What about 4 people? At least comment, show your presence that you are here. Show your presence that you are here. Comment and just show your presence that you are actually watching. Okay, so we got one more our subscriber target selection. Okay, that's good. Good. So you all are aware that our topic is average today. Okay, so shall we start the topic? At least tell yes. Only six are watching, so I'm expecting at least 10. At least 10 are there. At least I can start. Okay, so what you can do is maybe you can actually paste this YouTube link in your WhatsApp or Facebook. Like people get to know, at least they can also come and watch. Anyway, this the same thing will be uploaded on the YouTube also. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so okay, let's start. Or shall I wait for some more time? Okay, I'm just giving you 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, actually just 2 minutes. I'm just giving 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes, I'll start. Let me see if I get some more people. Okay, so let's just wait. Okay, took a lot of time to lot of time to set up. It's the issue. Okay, just I'm giving 2 minutes, and in 2 minutes we'll start. Okay. Okay, 8 watching now. Very good. Okay, target selection. So at least write your name. So every time I don't have to call you target selection. At least write your name so that I can call you by name by your name itself. Okay, Kishan. Okay, Kishan. Yeah. Hema, hi. Okay, 9 watching now. One more to go. One more to go, and we can start the session. Shamita joined. Shamita joined. Okay. So 9 watching now. Just one more number, and we can go. We can start. Okay. So Kishan, you were telling about number system. Anyway, we'll start number system now. Today, what I'm thinking is there's one block. That block is average. What is that block? The block is average plus allegation plus mixture and solution. I'm sorry for my bad handwriting. I'm not that much good in handwriting. Okay, mixture and solution. This is one block. Okay, so after we complete this block, we will be going to number system. Or if possible, if we get a lot of people who are demanding for maybe number system, we'll start number system. So that's not an issue. So for what we are going to do is we are going to start with average today. Okay. I think it is clear. Okay, so we'll start. Okay, to start with, what is average? What is average? The first thing. In Hindi, we call it anyway. Like most of the students who are watching us, they are Tamilians. But then also, like one student, one or two students, if they're Hindi, they should know this is Ausat. Okay. Okay. What is average actually? So if someone asks you anything like average, you will simply say this formula. I know you'll simply say, sir, average will be something like that. Sum of, like, some observations are there or elements are there. Sum of all elements divided by the number of elements will be our average, that you will say. But can you explain the same thing to a maybe second standard child or third standard child? No, he'll not understand this formula. So how will you make him understand what is the average thing? Suppose, like, I'm taking some numbers. Suppose the numbers are like 15, 18, 20, 28, and 34. Okay, so if you have to find the average, what you'll do, I know, simple thing is you'll simply write average value will be, sir, 15 plus 18 plus 20 plus 28 plus 34 divided by how many entries are there? 5. You'll write like this. So it will be how much? 15, 18, 20, 28, 20, 34, 34. It will be 115. 115 by 5 means the value will be 23. So your average value will be 23. Like that only you solve. Okay, like that only you solve. Okay, Kishan, actually this session is going to be in totally English, so I'm sorry for that. Like, this is a bad news for the people who don't like want session in English. So this is going to be totally in English. The reason is, most of my target, most of my janta who have subscribed me are from, from the South India, and obviously I don't speak their language. So what common language we have is English. So this is going to be in English only. So if you want, you can continue watch, or otherwise there are a lot of other YouTube channels who are teaching in Hindi. But one thing I can guarantee, they will not teach you what I'm going to teach. So if at all you can manage, please stay here and you learn. Okay. Okay. So this is the number of like how you learned average. Okay. But okay, this is fine. The average, how you found, this is fine. Like, it's okay. But how will you explain the same thing to a child? Okay. So suppose you say, just suppose that, like, these are the marks you got. These are the marks you got. You got 15 marks, you got 18 marks, you got 20 marks, and you got 28 marks, and you got 34 marks. Okay. And now you have to tell your percentage marks. Right? In your 10th and 12th, what you did? It's like, assume in 10th and 12th class, you suppose you got 90 percentage marks, or you got 92 percentage marks. What does it mean? What does that mean? 90%. So suppose, what is average? Average to, why this is getting repeated? Please, someone has please like mute your mic. I think it is getting repeated. Please mute your mic. Okay. Okay, this is going to be first session, so it might take some time. Okay, so like, to get habitual, for me to get habitual regarding this thing, like how these things will work. So just bear with me. Okay, so okay. Okay, so what I was telling, okay, in 10th class, suppose you got 90 percentage marks, and in 12th class also you got 92 percentage marks. What does it mean? Assume you have 5 subjects, A, B, C, D, E. It does not mean that in each and every subject you would have got 90. No, it does not mean. What it would be something like, it would be something like in some subjects you would have got something like 82, and some subject you would have got something like 98, something like 92, something like 88, or something like 96. But on an average, what you are getting is 90%. Means whatever the distribution is there, whether it is 82 is the minimum one or the 96 be the maximum one, whatever the distribution is there, after you take the average, you can say whatever average you have taken, you can give the same value to each and every number. Like you can give this one also 92, this one also 92, this one also 92, this one also 92, and this one also 92. So some might be different. Okay, some might be different. I'm simply telling you the values. Okay, so everyone is getting 92. So that's what we can say. We can give average to each and every element. Okay, let's see the example. If we understand by example, that will be little better. Okay, so example, same example we will take. What are the numbers we have taken? We have taken the numbers like, numbers were 20, 18, 15, 34, and 28, right? And what is the average we got? We got the average as 23, right? Okay. So suppose if you are adding each and everything, what is the sum you are getting? You are getting the sum as 115, right? 5 elements are there. Okay, now the same, now what you need to understand here is that you can give this 23 to each and every number. You can give this 23 to 20, you can give this 23 to 18, you can give this 23 to 15, you can give this 23 to 34, you can give this 23 to 28 also. Okay, let's check. So I have given 23 here, so it will be 23, it will be also 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 23. Now check the sum. What is the sum? This also will be 115. Means what? You can give the average to each and every element, or what you can say, each and every element will have the average value. Or if you talk in terms of your 10th and 12th marks, you can say in each and every subject you had 92 marks. That's what they are telling. Okay, so till now I think no one would have had any doubt till now. Okay, okay, 11 watching now, that's good. Okay, very good. Okay, so this is clear. Okay, 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 okay. Now you know this formula, and I would just tell you to forget this formula, that average equal to sum of the number by number of elements. Just forget this formula. What are some things you need to remember is, okay, now remember one thing, that is your average value will always be in between the smallest value in the distribution and the largest value in the distribution. If you check this 23, what is the smallest value here? 15. What is the largest value here? 34. And you can say that your 23 is in between 15 and 34. Okay, clear? Now what you can say is the net deviation. The net deviation between, like the net deviation of all the elements around the average is always 0. I would say the net deviation around average is always 0. Like now I will say, like what is the meaning of this sentence? This, see, in the way with which I'm teaching you, it might be little complex. Okay, I can understand this might be little complex, but this will be really helpful when you are solving problems. Okay, so just try to understand what is net deviation means. Net deviation, I would say that 20 is how much less than 20 is how much less than 23. You can say it is actually -3. Yes or no? Or you take this one as red color, -3. This one is how much less? -5. This one is how much less? -8. This is more, actually 34 is more. How much it is more? 11. So you can say it is +11. 28 is how much more? It is +5. And the net deviation should be always 0. Just check the deviation whether it is 0 or not. Anyway it will be 0. Anyway it will be 0. Why? Because we have found the average before itself. So if you add, this is 11 plus 5, 16. Okay, and this one 5, 8, 3, 8, 16. So you can say the net deviation is +16 -16, that is 0. Okay, so net deviation around average is always 0. So what do you mean by it? What do you mean by it? You mean this average value will be given to each and every element. Okay, this average value will be given to each and every element. It means when you give 23 to this, the first element, I'll just tell this is first element, this is second, this is third, this is fourth. Okay, and this is fifth. Okay, so these 5 elements, when it was there, you can say you gave 23 to this one. So what you can say, the 23 will give whatever it was lacking here, it will give plus 3 to this one, so it will become 23. 18, how much you will give? You will give plus 5 and then it will become 23. 15, you will give plus 8 and then it will become 23. 34, you will actually reduce minus 11, so it will become 23. 28, you will reduce 5 and then it will become 23. Okay, might be very complex. Now this might be very complex, or what you are teaching, I'm not able to understand anything. But now you can, like, this beautiful concept, how you can solve the question very easily. Suppose the same question we are going to solve in finding average. Okay, so what I can say, suppose the numbers are, I'm just telling you some example. Okay, some random numbers: 10, 12, 15, 18 and 24. Okay, and now you have to find the average. So how will you find the average? You will simply say, sir, what you'll do, simply we'll add a 10, 12, 15, 18 and all, and then we will be writing the sum. And then after sum, how many elements are there? That 1 2 3 4 5 elements are there, and we'll be getting our value. Okay, check what is the value coming. 8 4 this is 30 40 60 60 12 5 17 to 19 19 it is coming. So you can just make it this you just make it this 3. So this will be 20. So 20 plus 60 80. So sum is coming 80 80 by 5. So average should come as 16. Okay, so now you don't have to do this thing. Why you don't have to do this thing? Suppose these numbers are 2-digit number, easily you can find this one. But suppose these numbers are 3-digit number or 4-digit number, this will be very difficult, right? This will be very, suppose the numbers are something like this: 49, 79, 149, 172, and like that you have to find the average. It will be very difficult to find the average now. So what you can actually do here is just see what I'm going to use, that concept, the deviation concept. Check what I will do. I'll just take any average. I'll just take any average. I'll take, okay, let's, our average is 10. Okay, so now what is the deviation here? If you see, what is the deviation? You can say 0 deviation is there. What is the deviation here? How much it is there? Plus 2. What is the deviation here? You can say this is plus 5. What is the deviation here? Deviation is plus 8. What is the deviation here? You can say this is plus 40, right? So what is the total deviation coming? What is the total deviation coming? Total deviation is 7 8 15 15 and plus 14, this is 29. Okay, I think we are making some mistake somewhere. Check where we are making mistake. Just check if you're making any mistake somewhere. Okay, it was not 12, it was 13. Okay, it was 13. Okay, so 13 means it will be plus 3, and then it will become then it will become this will become 30. Okay, so that time it will become 30. This will become 30. Okay, now what you can say, our deviation is 30, right? But our deviation should be 0, but it is coming 30. So now this deviation should go, it should not stay. Because what I know is this statement, if you want, you can note down. Okay, what we know or what should be followed is the average of any number of elements or observations. An average of any number of observational elements will always be, I'm sorry for my bad handwriting, will always be in between smallest and largest value. This is first point. And second point will be the total deviation around average will be 0. These 2 points are important point. Now we are going to use that. Now here deviation, our deviation is actually 30 and it should be 0, means 30 should go. If 30 is going, 30 should go and distributed among these members. The 30 should go and it should be distributed among these members. It should be distributed between 10, 13, 15, 18 and 24. So if it is getting distributed, 5 elements are there, 30 is getting distributed. So how much it will be distributed? You can say it will be distributed 30 divided by how much? 5. So how much it will be distributed? You can say each and every member will have how much? 6 more. Or you can say this 6, if you add here, that will be your average. So you can say 16 is our average. And like that we found before also, right? Like that we found before also. I think you will not have any doubt till now. If you have, please let me know. Hi Shamila, please let me know if you have any doubt. Okay, please, I'm just waiting for your comments. This live session is 20 to 30 seconds delayed. Okay, so suppose I'm saying something, it will take nearly 20-30 seconds to process and come to your screen. Okay. 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 Thank you, Danny. Okay. So suppose if you're not able to understand this concept, I'll just explain the same concept again so that you are able to understand. Just think. Go for we'll go for another value. Suppose same we are taking some values, something like this. 20 is there again, 18 is there, and then 15 is there, and then 34 is there, and then 28 is there. Okay. So suppose you have to get any average value. So what we'll do, we'll just take any value. We'll just take any value, random value we'll take. Okay, this is 20 I have taken. I've taken 20 and let's see what is the deviation. So here I can say the deviation is 0 and here deviation is -2. Here deviation is -5. Here deviation is +14 and here deviation is +8. So what is the total deviation coming now? What is the total deviation coming? 14 plus 8, 22. 22 minus 7 is 15. 15 is the total deviation coming. But we know it should be 0, right? So now when you told that 20 is our average, so can you say now 20, this also will be 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 20, and this also will be 20? Yes or no? I told now average value can be given to each and every element. Yes or no? So now each and every element is 20. So when it is 20, now you can say 50. Our division is not 0, it is 15. This also should be distributed among all the elements. Then only our total deviation will be 0. So what would happen? This 15 will be given to each and every element. So how many elements are there? 5 elements. So how much will be given? 15 by 5. How much? 3 will be given to each and every element. Check. So this is 20 plus 3, 20 plus 3, 20 plus 3, or 20 plus 3, 20 plus 3. So in return, this 20 plus 3 will make our average as 20 plus 3, or you can say this is 20, right? I think you are able to understand till now. Okay. I don't think, see, you might think that sir, let's take another value. Okay, let's take not this 20, take it some other value. Okay, that also I'll take. I'm just telling you, you can suppose any value and that same thing will come. Just check. Suppose the values are something like this. Same values I'll take this, then it will be better thing to explain. I'm taking the values same: 20, 18, 15, 28, and 34. Okay. Now before we have taken values like before we have taken average value as 20. So now we'll take 30. Okay, let's check how much is the deviation coming. Okay, here deviation is -10, here deviation is -12, here deviation is -15, and here deviation is -2, and here deviation is +4. So check how much total deviation is coming. How much total deviation is coming? Now you can say 17, 12, 29 minus 39 minus 13. So you can say -35 is the total deviation coming. But it should not be -35. How much it should be? It should be 0, right? So here you can say if it is 30, so this also will be 30, 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 and this also should be 30. Okay, but this 35 should be 0, means this should be given to each and every element to make it total deviation 0. So what you will do, you will say this is minus 35 divided by 5. How much? Minus 7. So from each and every number now you have to do minus 7 to get the average. See, you don't have to write for each and every element. This is for your understanding only. Where you have to do minus 7, this 30 minus 7, 23. Here you have to do minus 7, it will be 23. So here also you are getting 23, and same way you are getting 23 value here also. I think you are able to understand. You take any value. The best approach will be you take any of one of these values, 20, 18, 15, 28 or 34, any value between these. What would happen? At least one deviation will be 0, and you can save at least a little more time in your calculation. I hope it is clear. Just reply me in yeah, Aragadeep Pal Chaudhary, hello. Yeah, I hope you are able to understand. Please reply. Please reply. Yeah. Please reply so that I can proceed further. Okay, no doubt so far. Okay, Jaydev. Okay, fine. I hope it is clear till now. Okay. So Kishan, you are able to understand, right? Are you able to understand average basics? See, these basics, if you understand, like you can solve very difficult problem of average also in seconds. You don't have to even pick up the pen. Without pen and paper, you can solve the average problem. You don't have to do this thing, sum and then division, subtraction. No need. Okay, that thing is not at all needed. Okay. Okay. So we'll proceed further. Now we'll see what is the utilization of this concept which we studied just now. Okay, suppose question is given. We'll do it by the question so that you'll be able to do it properly. Suppose the question is given 20, 15, x, 38, 40 and 35, and its average is given 32. Find x. So suppose if you have to solve by normal method, so you'll be doing like this only. So 20 plus 15 plus x plus 38 plus 40 plus 35 divided by how many terms are there? 6 terms are there, equal to 32. Then you'll be multiplying 32 into 6. You'll be adding these terms, and then you'll be wasting a lot of time. Yes or no? You'll be wasting. But suppose if you know what is our basics in average, this question can be solved in seconds. Check how. You can say this average is 32. Check the deviation. This is how much? Minus 12. What is the deviation here? How much deviation will come here? Minus 17. This deviation, no need now. Why? I would say this deviation, you just suppose some deviation d is there. Okay, and this one is plus 6, and this one is plus 8, and this one is plus 3. The total deviation should be 0. Now check the deviation. 6 plus 8, 14 plus 3, 17. Plus 17 is there, and here 12 and 17 minus 29 is there. So how much is the remaining? Minus 12. And it should be what? It should be 0, right? So minus 12 is the deviation. It should be 0 means this d value should be what? It should be 0 means d value should be plus 12. Then only it will be 0. If it is plus 12, so what you can say? 32 plus 12. 32 plus 12 value will be how much? 44. So what is the x value? 44. Will it take much time? It will happen in seconds. I'm explaining you, so it is taking that much time. Once you know the concept, this thing can be done very easily in very less time. I hope you are clear. Please comment again. I'm maybe don't mind. I'm asking again and again whether I should proceed further or not. Because if it is an offline class, I can look at your faces and I can tell whether you understood or not. This is an online class. I cannot I cannot see your faces. So suppose if you're not able to understand, please let me know. Okay. Thank you, Kishan. Yeah. So Kishan, you are able to understand? I think English should not be any problem. Suppose one thing I can guarantee you, if you are listening to my English and you keep on doing for 1 month, whether your maths scores are increased or not, your English score will definitely be increased. That's pakka. That I can guarantee. Okay, okay. Very good. Thank you. I hope you are clear, right? Okay. We'll see one more question so that we are clear with the ideas. Okay. Now one more question is, suppose another question is, suppose the values are given something like this: x, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and y, right? These are the values given, and your average value is given as 28. You have to find the average of x and y. You have to find the average of x and y. So how will you do it? Just tell me, how will you do it? Okay, okay. So same thing, like actually what you need to find the average of x and y. Okay, means what? If you find the value of x and y and simply divide by subtract, add and divide by 2, you'll get the value. Okay, now we'll be applying the same thing. Our average is 28. Yes or no? Now average is 28. Now see the deviation. So here you don't talk about deviation, x and y. We don't know the values. You don't talk about deviation. Here what is the deviation? You can say minus 18. Here what is the deviation? Minus 8. Here what is the deviation? It is plus 2. Here what is the deviation? It is plus 12. Here what is the deviation? You can say plus 22. Yes or no? So what is the total deviation you are getting? Total deviation leaving this part and this part. I'm talking about other deviation. Okay, so it will be 22 plus 12, that is 34. 34 plus 2. 34 plus 2 is 36. So plus 36 you are getting from here, and minus 18 plus 8, 26. So how much you are getting? Plus 10. So now you have deviation is plus 10. How much you need to get actually? You need to get 0. How will you get 0? You have to subtract minus 10. Means this minus 10 from where it will come? It will come from x and y only. Yes or no? It will come from x and y only. So if you say you have given 28 to everyone, you can say 28 will be here also, 28 will be here also, 28 will be here also, and so on. It will be going 28. But what you need to reduce 10 less in all the numbers, right? You need to reduce 10 in all the numbers. Or what you can say, this x and y value sum will be 28 plus 28. Yes or no? How much it will be? 56. But it should not be 56. Why? Because it has to reduce 10. You just reduce 10. It should be 46. And 46, two numbers are there. So the average will be 23. So what you can say, x and y average is 23. Tell me you understood. If you're not understood, please comment. I will explain again. I'll wait for your comment. Yeah, please tell me. Okay, Kishan, no doubt. Okay. Anyone else? If you have doubt, please let me know. I'll explain. Okay, Danny. Okay. Arun, okay, done. Sri Ram, okay, done. Hema, Gayatri, Jaydev, Argadeep, all are you online? Okay. Okay. Gayatri, online? Okay. Okay, we can proceed further. So suppose if you're not able to, I'll explain again, for me, I will say. So I think till here it is clear. It was plus 10 and it has to be minus 10 to make the deviation 0. How this minus 10 will be coming? It can come from this value and this value. You can simply say if minus 10 you are dividing in 2, it should be minus 5 and minus 5. So it should be 28 minus 5 here and 28 minus 5 here. So 23 and 23. You can say x and y average value is 23. But if they ask what is the x and y value, you cannot tell. You cannot tell. If at all they ask, suppose they ask a question, find the average of x and y, you can tell. Suppose they ask what is the x value, and they give option something like this. They ask what is the x value, and they give options like this: 22, 23, 21 cannot be determined. Then you will put cannot be determined. Why? Because you know x plus y value only. For getting x and y value, two variables, two equations you must have. Then only you can get the values. Here two variables, only one equation is there. You cannot find the value. Average you can find. You can find the summation, but you cannot find the individual value. I hope it is clear. Okay, let's see another question. Okay, so another question is 12, 15, x, 21 and 23. These values are there and they have the average as 18. They have average as 18. Now you have to tell me the value of x cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 1. And this is actually SSC mains question. Tell me how much, what will be the answer. Let's see who gives the answer first. Okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Please comment your answer. Comment your answer. I'm waiting for that. Yeah, anyone? What is taking so much time? Okay, so no one? At least tell me, sir, you solve. Okay. So this might seem very easy. 17. Okay, the value is 17. No. You have to find the value of what expression I have given. X cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 1. You have to tell me the value of that. Okay, no one? Or you might be solving. Okay, no issues. Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds more so that you can. No? 4096? That is 18 cube? Is it? Okay, let's check. So what I told, net deviation should be 0. Okay, check the net deviation. This is how much? -6. This is how much? -3. This is, we have to find 21. This is +3 and this one is +5. Check the deviation, 8 here and 9 there. So you can say total deviation is coming -1. So for making it 0, what you need to do, you have to add +1. From where +1 will come? From here +1 will come. Means this x value will be 19. And what is this? This is written x minus 1 whole cube. X value is 19. So it is written 18 cube. 18 cube is the answer. And you have solved, just now you have solved ISSC mains problem. Okay. Please let me know if not 16 cube. Shriram, it is not 16 cube. Check again. Okay. I think you understood. Okay. I did minus. Okay. Okay. You should know this is plus one, right? Plus one means it should be more than that. Okay. Clear. Okay. Okay. Now we go learn some other concept. That is, okay. Suppose any numbers are given. The numbers are like 1, 2, 3. And you have to find the average of this thing. So what you can simply say, it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 divided by 2, or you can say this is 2, right? Or suppose the number is given 1, 2, 3, 4, then what you can say, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 divided by 4. This is divided by 3, sorry. So this will be how much? 2.5. Okay. Now, one statement I would like to make, that is, if any AP is there, AP means arithmetic progression, the common difference is same, then the middle term will always be your, the middle term will always be your average. Your middle term will always be your average. So suppose odd number of terms is there, the middle term will be like this. Suppose even number of terms are there, then your middle term will be between this term and this term, where it will be somewhere here, 2.5. Right? Clear? Any doubt till now? Okay. Now, suppose I'm writing numbers like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how can you find the average? How can you find the average? You don't have to do anything. Whenever any series is given, one AP is given something like this, or it is given something like 1, 4, and then 7, and then it is given something like 10, and you have to find the average. You don't have to do anything, but just you have to find that this is the AP. What you do, this one is first term, this one is last term. What you do, add them, divide by 2, that will be your average. Or you can say the first term plus last term divided by 2 will be your average. If you don't believe, you can actually add and then check. If you want to check whether answer, this will be 11 by 2, that is 5.5. Check whether for 5.5 you are getting 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 divided by 4. So this is 17 for 21, 22. 22 divided by 4, that is how much? 5.5. 5.5 is the average. But you don't have to add this thing. What you need to do is just first and last term divided by 2. And now I will tell you one thing, how you wasted your childhood remembering one formula for that. Suppose we don't have to suppose, we already studied all those things. Suppose the AP is given A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on till A plus n minus 1 into D. This was our Tn, yes or no? This was our Tn, right? What we know is our average value will be a plus n minus 1 into d, yes or no, divided by 2. This will be our average value. And if we have to get the sum, what will be our sum? Sum will be average into number of elements. That will be our sum. Our average value is a plus n minus 1 into d divided by 2. How many terms are there? How many terms are there? This one is a plus, this one is a plus 0d. Okay, this one is a plus 1d, or you can say this is 1 minus 0d or something like that. Okay, this one is a minus 3 minus 1d. This is 2 minus 1d, sorry, 2 minus 1d, like that. So it will be n minus 1d. So you can say there are n terms. So you multiplied with n. And now what I'm writing is, you actually wasted all your childhood to remember that formula, n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into. Yes or no? You wasted all your childhood to remember this formula? And this is what it came from, average. It came from average. Anyone has any doubt, please ask. I'm waiting for you in comment section. If you have any doubt, please ask. No doubt? I'm waiting, please let me know. Clear? Okay. Okay, we can proceed. Okay, now we'll see next concept, that is, if you have to find the sum of numbers like this: 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 till n. How will you find? You would have remembered this is our sigma n, and sigma n value is n into n plus 1 by 2. Yes or no? Yes or no? But, and how you can do, you can actually, there are two ways to find this thing. First way is you can do it by AP. AP means you can say what is the A value. A value is 1. What is the D value? This is 1. What is the N value? It is N. So what you can do, you can write N by 2 equal to 2A plus N minus 1 into D, right? So N minus 2 means N by 2 will be there, and 2A means 2 plus N minus 1 into 1, right? Or you can say 1 plus N plus 1. So you can say N plus 1 by 2. This is first way. Second way, this is 1 plus n by 2 will be your, and 1 plus n by 2 will be your average, and sum will be average into number of terms. What is number of terms? N. So you can say n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, anyway you follow, the number is same only. Okay, so if you have done this thing, go for this. The sum of first n even consecutive numbers. What does that mean? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8. 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 till how much? Till 2n. How to find the sum? Please comment. Then anyway, I'm going to tell you the solution. Please comment. Okay, please comment. What will be the solution? Okay. Okay, you're taking so much time. Okay. And again, two ways are there. First one is our basic method. Our A value is 2. What is D value? It is 2. What is N value? It is N. First N even consecutive means it is N. So N is N only. So you can say N by 2. Then 2A means 4 plus N minus 1 into 2. So you can say 2N minus 2. So this 2 will come out. So this will be N plus 1. Right? Or you can say simply 2 plus 2n plus 2 plus 2n by 2 will be your average. You can say n plus 1 is your average. Yes or no? How many terms are there in 2n? So this will be your sum. See, if any consecutive series is there, directly you can find the sum, right? So like that only I'm telling you to just understand how we are doing it. So suppose if you understood this part, do it for this. Now n is odd. So what you have to do, first n odd consecutive. First n odd consecutive means 1 plus 3 plus 5 till how much? 2n minus 1. Find the sum. So don't go for that a plus n minus 1d. You can directly say average will be 1 plus 2n minus 1 by 2, or you can say n. And how many terms are there? N. So n into n will be n square, will be your sum. And if you see properly, okay, leave it. That is not needed. Okay. Clear? Now here we have very beautiful result. If you can observe that, then you can understand the beauty of mathematics. Okay. Okay, very good, Astosh. Okay, Danny, very good. Okay. Okay. So the beauty is, suppose you have to get the consecutive first even, like first odd consecutive. So you can say it will be n square. So n value is 1. You can say 1 square means 1 value. Now next is assume three terms are there, right? Okay, assume 3 terms are there. Then you can say, or 2 terms are there, you can simply say it is 2 square, or that is how much? 4. Now again 3 terms are there, and then you can say 3 square, that is 9, right? And then you can say 4 terms are there, and you can say 4 square, that is 16. Or now you can say that each and every number is a squared number. Okay, now understand the beauty. The beauty here is, there was one digit, right? If you add 3, 1, 2, 3, it will become a square number. If you add 5, it will become a square number. You know, this thing will be quite useful in square and square root chapter. I'll take that chapter, and then I'll teach you. With that, I can tell you this thing that is very important: Pascal's triangle. How to identify it will become a plus b whole square, a plus b whole cube. If you remember this thing, this is 1, 1, 2, 1. Then you can write 3 here, 3 here, 1 here, 1 here. Then you can write 4 here, 4 here. Sorry, 4, 6, 4, 1, 1. So this will be a square. This will be a plus b whole square. It will be a plus b whole cube. It is a plus b whole 5. Like that, you can write another. You can find till a plus b whole power 8. Okay, 8, 9, whatever you want. Okay. So that will be quite useful in solving algebra problems. Okay. I hope it is clear till now. Okay. So we'll go for next concept, or we'll see one question, then we can go for another concept. Question here is very easy question. Anyway, the question which I'm discussing now is not difficult question. Only thing is it needs understanding. Okay. So the question here is, find the sum of 50 consecutive even numbers. But this is very easy. You can simply say it will be n into n plus 1, 50 into 51 will be your answer. But this is not the case. They are telling starting from 50. Now you have to tell me the answer. Please let me know the answer. I'm just waiting for your answer. I'll just wait 1 minute so that you can tell me the answer. Please, I'm waiting for your answer. Okay, clear? Shall I proceed further? 50K? No, not 50K, Danny. Anyone else? 50 into 50 into 51 Ashtos. No. 7550. No. No, Jaydev, not 7550. Okay, I'll tell. Okay, I'll tell you many methods with which you can solve. Okay. So what they are telling is the sum of first 50 consecutive even numbers starting with 50. Starting with 50 means they'll be starting with 50. So 50 plus 52 plus something like this. Now you have to get a last term, that is our Tn. What will be our Tn? Find the Tn. What is the Tn value? A plus n minus 1d. So a plus, what is the n value? 50 consecutive. So n value is 50. So 50 minus 1 is 49. 49 into what is the common difference? 2. So 49 into 2 is 49. This is 148. So your value is 148. So this is 148. Now from here, if it is 148, then you can follow any other way to solve the question. Like you can say this is 148. So our average value will be 148 plus 50 divided by 2, right? And then sum, I can say this average 148 plus 50 divided by 2 into number of terms. Number of terms is 50. So this will be our answer. So answer will should come as, so this will be 198. 198 means 99. 99 into 50 will be your answer. So that will be 4950. Okay, not 7550. I hope it is clear. 4950, Sriram. Correct. Very good. Okay. Clear. I hope it is clear. Now another way. Another way says, from 2 to 100, there are 50 terms, yes or no? Even integers and 50 terms, yes or no? From between 2 to 100, there are 50 terms. Now, actually, the main problem, like, actually, that is not a problem. Only thing where it is taking time, it is taking time in finding 148. The time where it is taking to find 148. So how you can actually get the 148 in seconds? See, between 2 to 100, there are 50 terms. Now you have to start with 50. So how much you have to add? 48 here. So if you add 40, so 48, if adding here, so here also you have to add 48 now. So this will be 148. And if I found the value 148, 50, then you can easily find the value. Yes or no? Easy done. Able to understand or not? You don't have to waste time in finding 148. Just remember 2 to 100. Between 2 to 100, there are 50 terms. Now you have to start with 50. Why? They are telling to start with 50. Start with 50 means add 48. If you are adding 48 here, you have to add 48 here also, right? You add 48 anywhere. Like terms will be like 2 plus 4 plus 6, something like that. You are adding 48 in each and every term. It is not going to change. It is not actually, it will not change your number of terms. It might change the sum of terms. That is different case. But will it change the number of terms? No. We have to find number of terms, or the last term easily you can find. So that is our 148. 148 easily you can find the answer, right? Clear? Any doubt till now? Any doubt? Please, if you have any doubt, please let me know if I can repeat this question, something like that. Everyone clear? Please reply. Please reply. Last step. Okay. Ashutosh Kumar not able to understand? Okay, okay, I'll explain again. So which one you're not able to understand? First step, first method I told, or second method? First method or second method? Please explain. Please comment. First method you're not able to understand, or second method you're not able to understand? Okay, Danny, clear. Astos Gayatri, first method or second method? Second method. Okay. Second method is, okay, I'll explain again. Okay. We know our series is starting at 50, and the main problem where we have to find 148. It is not a problem, only thing it is taking time. Like if you're solving tn, it will take nearly 5 to 6 seconds. How we can save that time? Between 2 to 100, like 2 4 plus 6 plus 8 till 100, there are 50 terms. Yes or no? Between 2 to 100 there are 50 terms, and we have to get the term which is 50th. This is our 50th term. You can say this is our 50th term. Now you have to get what is the 50th term when the series is starting with 50. So from 2 you have to go to 50. How much you are adding? 48. So here also you have to add 48, right, to get to that term. So it will be 148. So 148 you got, 50 you have got. You can find the average number of terms are 50. You can easily get the answer. Now tell me if you have any doubt. Astos, okay, understood. Gayatri, please comment. Clear? Okay, okay, okay. So fine. Now there are some basic rules. Okay, not rules actually, the basic common sense. That is, suppose the numbers are given like this: 15, 25, 20, 35, 45. Okay, find the average. Okay, tell me the average now. Please find the average and let me know what will be the average. Tell me the average. Tell me the average. Please let me know the average. 28. Very good, Siram. Very good, Astosh. Don't keep doing adding and then dividing. Okay, addition will, one thing is there and it will take time. So what? 28. Okay. So easily the people who are not able to solve by my method, deviation method, you can simply say, assume this is 20, assume the average is 20. See the deviation. It is -5 here. It is +5 here. It is 0. This one is plus 15. This one is plus 25. So this one cancel. So plus 25 plus 25, 15, it is plus 45 terms. 8 you have to add, means plus 8. So this will be 28. So our average is 28. Any doubt till now? Any doubt you have? Clear, right? 28 is average. Now what you do, if you add anything in this number, suppose if you add, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add +3 here. In each and every number I'm going to add +3. Check what will be our average. Please let me know the average. If you are adding, Astosh, what doubt you have? Please let me know. Please type your doubt. Please tell me your doubt, Astosh. 31. Okay, 31. Now what you got, if each and every term you are adding 3, then you are getting your average as 31, right? Suppose instead of now you are not adding, what you are going to do is you are going to subtract 3. You are going to subtract 3 now. So it is -3 here, minus, 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 minus. Now tell me what is the average? 25. So our average will be 25. Now instead of now here this thing, now it is multiplied. It is multiplied. Now tell me the average. If you solve, it will be 28 into 3, that is 84. So now your new average will be 84. Same way if you divide, same way if you divide, same way if you divide, then also your average will be divided. If you divide each and every number by 3, then your average will be divided by 3, and then it will be 28.3, or that is 9.333 and all. Okay, any doubt till now? So what statement I'm going to make, that you have to remember. The statement is, if each and every element is, if each and every element, if each and every element is added with k is positive integer, subtracted, or k is subtracted, that is the proper sentence, k is subtracted, k is multiplied, k is divided, okay, then our average also will be added plus k, here average minus k, and here it will be average into k, and here it will be average divided by k. This is the important things. If you remember, well and good. If you don't remember, then also well and good. Any doubt till here? Please let me know. I hope there's no doubt. Clear? Okay, so this is one concept, and k is not 0, k is a positive one. Okay, so you can just write this thing in this thing. So this is k is not 0, because if you divide by 0, it will be undefined. So important point is k is not 0. Okay, okay. Now, so what are the things? I'll just summarize. The deviation around average is always 0. Average always lies between the smallest number of the distribution and between the largest. So it is always between the smallest and largest number. If you add anything in all the elements, average will be actually increased by the same factor, or you can say by the same number. Subtracted means it will be reduced by the same number. Multiplied means it will be multiplied by the same number, and if it is divided, it will be divided by the same number. Any doubt? I hope you'll not be having any doubt. Okay, so this is all for today. This was just our you can say a test class. I like, really, I never took any live classes like that. I have taken classes on, I take classes on Google, sorry, Microsoft Teams, where I teach US students, but that is a totally different thing, and this is totally different one. So I hope you understood this every session. So tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I'm not sure when I'm going to take. Whenever I'm going to take, I'll just inform you all. So whenever I'm going to take, I will be starting with weighted average. And actually, allegation you talk about, right? Allegation is nothing but your weighted average. So that is actually very important concept. So what are the concepts are remaining? I'll just let you know. The concepts remaining are, so what is the concept remaining? The concept remaining is our weighted average. This is remaining. Then entry and exit of any element, and second thing is replacement. Okay, these three topics are remaining. So I think in the next lecture we will be able to complete these three things, and then we can proceed for the problems. And anyway, the most important thing is going to be this entry, exit, and actually all the three. Whenever any case is given, like directly this is coming, this is going, easily you can apply the like concept of entry and exit and you get the answer. Suppose you don't know whether you have to apply entry and exit concept, and you apply entry and exit concept and do the problem in seconds. That is our beauty. So that I'll teach you how to find out whether you can apply entry and exit concept here. Okay, so this is all for today's class. Okay, thank you so much for being with me. Okay, so bye bye, good night, see you in the next class. Thank you.